In this episode of Financial Literacy for Beginners, we're going to talk about how to start a business that actually makes money. Cue the intro. So if you've ever wanted to start your own business, or you've started your own business in the past and it didn't do so well, and you want to know why it didn't do so well, or what you could have done to make it successful, this video is definitely for you, because we're going to tell you how to actually start a successful business and the steps you need to take to make that business successful. Usually the way people start businesses is they have an idea. They may have an idea and they start running full speed trying to bring that idea to fruition. They start to think about how that idea is going to make money, and all the ways that idea looks, how to execute that idea. And they're really passionate. People are really passionate about the idea of the businesses that they want to start. They may have seen or talked to someone else who has a successful business that is similar to the thing that they want to start, or they may just have come up with a brand new concept or brand new idea, and they want to bring that thing to fruition. And what happens a lot of times is people take all of those steps, they start running towards that, but it comes to a point where it's not really successful or it's not profitable. And one of the main reasons that happens, well, there's a lot of factors, there's a lot of different factors, but one of the top reasons that happens is the first thing that you really want to do when you want to start a successful business is market research. You really have to determine whether your idea or what you're trying to go into has a specific market, and has a market that is going to be big enough or large enough where you are to really buy into the thing that you're starting. And this is a common mistake with small businesses, where people see something in their head and they're like, oh, this is going to be really profitable. I like this particular thing. I know a couple people that like this particular thing, and then they start to implement that in whatever space, whatever environment that they're in. But what they miss, the key component, what they miss is there may not be enough people in that particular environment to actually start that particular business and grow it where they are. So doing your market research is huge and it goes a long way to helping you start a business that is going to be successful and going to be profitable in the long run or in the short run. A lot of times if you do your market research well, I know they say that most businesses, they take 3 to 5 years to really become profitable. But if you do your market research well, it's a good way for you to kind of get into business and make profit right out the gate if you're doing your market research well. And I've seen this happen. So that's one of the first things that you definitely want to do. You want to do good market research and understand the market that you're going into, because when you understand that market, then you can start to build upon that understanding. And that's the start of any good business, is the actual market, the actual people that are going to buy into that particular product. You don't want to start a business that's just about the product. And that's what most people do. They start a business and it's so much about the product that they forget about the customer that's actually going to buy into that. And that's where you want to start. Like a lot of the most profitable businesses that I've seen, they didn't even have a product. They started with, hey, there's this many people here that has this specific need. And that's the key. If you can start with a specific need and you have an abundance of people in whatever environment that have that need, then you can build a product or find a product to facilitate that need for those people. Now, the next thing you have to understand to really start and grow a successful business or be profitable at a business is money management. Now, this is another area where people tend to go off the rails, and it really has a lot to do with you understanding your cash flow and how your business makes money. Like if you have a business, even if you've got the market research right and you have a great product and you put that product out there, but the services that you're providing don't match up with the profit that you're bringing in, and it's costing you too much to create the service or create the product that you're giving out. If that overhead of what you're doing is too much, then you're going to have a break in the system of your cash flow, and it's not going to be a profitable business, because that is the one thing that will disrupt a business immediately when you don't have a healthy cash flow system. Your cash flow has to always be as such to keep you in the green and not in the red, because, you know, even if you are getting funding for your business and, you know, you kind of have a bank of money saved up to run your business for however long, if you don't immediately start to get in the black or get into the green with your business, you can really get into a situation where you're hemorrhaging money, especially if you've taken out loans or anything like that. So it's very important for you to understand that you have to manage your money well. The next thing that is very important is kind of the acquiring or understanding of assets and liabilities in your company. You want to actually be acquiring as many assets that are going to be assets to your company on the front end. So when you're starting your business up, if you are, for instance, your business model requires you to have certain, you know, equipment that is going to be kind of the bread and butter winner of your company, it's a good idea to invest in the right type of equipment and not something that's going to be, you know, outdated or obsolete in the years to come, but something that is going to withstand the test of time. You know, those really become assets to your business as your business continues to grow, because those things are the things that make you money. And the more they make money and the less maintenance and the less you have to do with those things, the better, because that turns into profit as your business grows. On the flip side, if you buy equipment that's, you know, outdated, or equipment that is not really up to par, up to snuff in terms of, you know, technology, or it breaks down all the time, if you get into that type of investment just to save money on the front end, it could actually end up hurting you, because those become liabilities to your company and not assets, because you're always dumping money into those things to keep them running. You're always having to do things that cost you money in the long run. Now, this last thing, stick with me, because it's one of the most important things that you can do in your business. Also, if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, please do that if you are enjoying this content. And don't forget to like this video. This is very important that you like this video. That really does help out the video for the YouTube algorithm and help us keep going at what we're doing. So this last thing that I wanted to talk about is so important that a lot of people overlook this in their business, because it's something you really don't think about in terms of, you know, the beginning or startup of your business. You're not really thinking about this, but it is the reinvesting of your revenue in your business. And reinvesting, period, you know, having a mindset that, you know, in order for my business to grow, I need to be reinvesting and helping it grow by putting, you know, revenue and putting resources back into my business that are going to yield a bigger return in the future and help sustain whatever the business is going to go through, because businesses go through ups and downs. Some years you may be up in the green and some years you may be down. And, you know, it's very important that you keep investing in your business in a way that yields profit and yields returns and keeps your business growing at the right pace, because it does come a time when you may not be doing the numbers in your business that you were doing before, but you always have to be prepared for those times by reinvesting your business and understanding the cash flow of your business in that way. I hope this information has been extremely helpful for someone, and until we talk again, I wish you health, wealth, and freedom.